Hey guys, so here we are starting a new round. Before we do that, something I should have done with you guys. So during the final phase, this was at 1, so it's going to go to 0. One thing worth pointing out, there are time bomb markers, okay? So you don't have to just memorize what's what. But anyways, it's going to go off from this space. And so just looking at the corresponding here, you see the red zone and the orange zone. So here this is a red zone, so we're going to roll 6 dice, as it says up here, for that. Does that make sense? I'll move the card closer. So you can imagine these squares surrounding this zone, right? So red, here we go. So 6 dice and just not enough. So that door won't be broken through. This square will be orange, so that'll be 4 dice. We'll see if we can get a 10 to break through the wall. And we did. 3, 6, 9, 11. So that's, what wall did I point to? This one. That's this wall, broken open. So I'll come over here, and I'll just grab a destroyed symbol for this wall. So we can walk through there. That's huge. A little late, but huge. I'll roll for this wall now, another 4 dice. And not enough. That's really lucky, guys. I'll roll here, orange again, 4 dice. Not enough. Great. So a bit of luck there. I'll be honest, if I could have done it again, I would have planted here to have more red dice against walls. So that's arguably a mistake that I made. In fact, I will call it a mistake. You guys can think if saving one movement was worth it or not. In this case, though, we broke through, so it's not the worst thing that could have happened. So we do have a way out, which is huge for the NORAD side. Okay, on the Salamite side, we kept 3 of our order tiles, and on the NORAD side, I think we kept 2 or 3. They're starting with initiative, and so we'll see what that looks like. So here we have our order tiles. I want to do some small movement and some high. I want this high value so that Vasquez can heal herself if need be. So I'll activate her. We'll attach a movement thing to her, and that'll give her 6. So first step, for mines, it's going to be 6 dice. 6 dice of damage. So we'll start off with doing Vasquez's damage. We'll see how bad this is. Wow, very lucky. So we have 5 damage here, up against her 5 armor. So believe it or not, she's not going to get hurt by this. However, there are other things. I'm just going to pull this over. Even though it's Hollister's mine, it's the same sort of setup. So in this red zone, we still have this wall to roll for. And remember, double walls, don't worry about it, you merge them. So the wall, 6 dice. And it's through. So we have more than 10, so I'll grab one of those explosion tiles. And put it on this wall here. And then again, following the spacing here, we're going to roll an orange. So that'll be 4 dice. 3, 5, 7, 8, not enough. Because we broke through this wall, we're going to roll an orange for this path here. Okay, does that make sense? So red is this square, and then orange will be this wall here. So another 4. No luck. And then 1 more orange for this wall here. Or sorry, we'll have to do 2 more sets. So 1 orange for this wall here. Not enough, and then 1 for this double wall here. 3, no, 8. Okay. So the mine went off, and Vasquez came out unharmed. And so the NORAD side is just so happy. Because it was spent, we'll remove it. Of course, it won't stick around there. Of course, the wound marker is still on the mines card to show that it was used. Cool, man. Nice. So actually a really solid turn, and that was only her first step of movement. So she can keep going. If she walks through that door, I think she'll cause more problems for herself than anything. So I think Vasquez might take the long way around. Will she? She could lay down some plastic explosives. Now that takes a turn. She doesn't even need the morphine. She's only good at shooting. Yeah, I don't think she can go through that door alone, but she will stand on this side and play poker with these guys. So 1, 2, 3. Now let's go to the morgue. What are we doing in the morgue? 4. We're trying to get to here, so that's not bad. 4, 5 to open, 6, and I'll spend 1 more movement point for another 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I did some impractical walk in there where I surpassed it. Depending on who you're playing with, they might let you go back. I won't go back. The north side has had enough in their favor that turn. Okay, Salamites. Still trying to build zombies. However, their serum's on the off position. So do we do the sure thing and then gamble on building? Yeah, we do the sure thing to try and... We do the sure thing now. So activating Jeff Deeler. 3 command points will be spent. If we can just get this 3rd zombie, it's all over. And we're trying to get rid of this off token. So spend 1 command point during the activation phase. Do a science roll. So 2 dice plus his 1. So we got 3 here. Nice. Just enough so we'll be able to get rid of this off token. It's now available to get another cadaver. So that's 3 of Jeff Dealer's command points spent. Not bad. Alright. Over to the NORAD side. Nick Bolter's still in the middle of nowhere. I need somebody to go after Jeff Deeler. I should have stuck with my gut and kept him there. I'm going to be turning Nick Bolter around. We'll do that now. Activate. High movement tile. Let's go chase down Jeff Deeler. 3 command points, 15 movement. Let's get there. Nick, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Alright. Do it again, Nick. So 5 more. 1, 2, 3. I'm sorry, I'm stopping my movement because if I were to go this way, I might be able to actually grab it and win that way. Because they can't interrupt because none of them are facing the right way. 5, 1, 2. So that'd be 2 more movement. And then I could shoot at the door, which would be 3 dice for 7. That's not very good odds. No, I'm going to try and kill Jeff Deeler and force this to be a fight. I like the idea of resting around here, but if I've thought of it, I'm sure that they'll think of it, and so they'll be sending somebody around next turn. Meaning I'd have to break in this turn, and with 3 dice, I just don't. It's just not going to happen. So here we go. Back to our 1, 2, 3, and then we will do a close combat against this doorway, though, to see how that works. So in terms of targeting, I got 1, 2, 3 dice. Actually, sorry, because it's on the same space, I don't need to roll for targeting, so I'll avoid doing that to avoid possibly running out of ammo. Now for damage, I get 3 dice, and we'll see how that goes. So that's more than 3, so we did break in. That'll be the end of my turn, although Jeff Deeler does have the opportunity to interrupt. Does he? Yeah. No. Am I activated right now, or did I just finish my turn? I'm not sure. I feel like he could. I'm not sure, though. I'm gonna say he doesn't. But I feel like he could. That's interesting. End of the activation. I'll look it up. I'm sorry. I'll look it up. I won't debate this over nothing. I'll look it up afterwards. I wouldn't do it anyways because we're hoping to get the rest of the serum. Possibly. Okay. So over here, let's activate zombie 1 to go deal with Vasquez. Yeah, this game's getting intense, so activate, and we don't want to use too much on him. No, we're going to open the door. That's what we're going to do, so that if anybody enters, we can interrupt. So here we go. 1 token. Step 1 for zombie 1. Open the door. So now we can see in as soon as Nick Bolter makes his move. And then we'll do 2, 3. And he has line of sight to that doorway. And that'll be good for him. Over on the NORAD side, we will activate James Wu. And we'll go in guns blazing. Providing we have a move with high shoot. This is the dream. Can't do it though. So here we go. 1 movement point, and we're going to get interrupted, so we'll start going one at a time again. So 1, entering line of sight for the first time, is Hollister interested, in beating me up. She has a high shoot order, which she had for guns. She has a taser, which isn't very good. She doesn't have a gun, I didn't even realize. So unless she can move and stab me, which she can't. Yeah, so she's not going to interrupt. She's the only person right now who can see me. So that's first step. 2, 3. 2, 3. 4. And I'm going to stop there with James Wu, and I'm going to see if I can do some long distance damage. So his Colt, so I announce that I'm doing the attack. We check for line of sight and all that, and then my targeting is 1. So I will have to roll my 1 die, and as long as I get anything other than nothing, this will work. I didn't want to go beside her because I didn't want to give her the second opportunity to run around me or anything like that. Sweet. So 2, and I'm not out of ammo, so a good roll. I have 2 damage here, plus my 1 extra. And then you have to roll 2 dice to hopefully roll higher than her armor. 1 damage up against her armor of 3 will not be enough. And I'll stop moving with James Wu. Over here on the Salamite side, we have Zombie 2, who's just looking to feast on some blood. 1, yeah, that's close enough. Okay. So we'll spend 1, no, we can't go head to head. Yeah, we can. Okay. So 1 movement for Zombie 1. So I go here, I enter line of sight. Will James Wu do anything? What would he do? He could shoot again. I don't think it's worth the command points though. So no, he won't interrupt. 1, and then our second step is just going to be towards him. And he has a second opportunity to interrupt now that I am adjacent. And do I have a move? I don't have a move, so we won't be using it. Zombie will stop there, and he'll spend 2 command points on his close combat section. The reason why I'm not spending 3 is because that command point limit. So the first one activates it, and then I'm going to get 1 additional die on top of the 3 close combat gives me. However, remember with close combat, the problem is that James Wu is going to get to roll dice as well. So here we go, hoping for auto hits of high singles. Alright, so 1 auto hit. And that's not bad. So we got 3 damage here. And James Wu, we're facing his dark blue side as well. You can see that. So he's going to get 1 die to add to his 3 defense. And he doesn't need anything. But just as a reminder, so 2, so he would have 5, and we'd subtract the 3 minus the 5. The 1 hit already went through. Good. Back over to the NORAD side. It's becoming really, really clogged now. Some high movement or some high shoot would be the dream. Kind of jinxed it. There's no movement here. We can reactivate Nick Bolter, who will hopefully kill Jeff Deeler. Because if they get away with him, if they do away with him, then they're in a great position. Did I waste my 4? Yes. Yes, I do. So I'm activated. Will Jeff Deeler interrupt? I don't... the reason he would be to move, and he'd have to run to the morgue, you know? Like, the only way he's going to help his team is if he does these bodies. So I don't think he will move. So no interrupting. And Nick Bolter will get to continue with what he does here. 2 command points on the attack order. So he has to roll for targeting, which is 3 dice, as we've checked before. So 3. Each damage gives us a space, so it's enough. And now we will roll for damage. So I get my 1 extra die on top of these 3 here, because he's in my red arc. And this will be up against his D. He won't get any additional dice. So 4 and 1 automatic hit. So we'll count the automatic hit first. And then 4 against his 3D will be 1 more hit. Okay, and that brings us back to the Salamite side. Now, you guys can see where this is going. It is anybody's game. If the Salamite player manages to move Jeff Deeler to a square where there's cadavers again, and manages to create one, then it's all over. And I'd say that's the only way that the Salamite players would win. I didn't realize they didn't have any weapons. The only weapon they have is this knife. So now the game is in favor of the NORAD side. I will stop it there, though. Something noteworthy. If you pick up this U.S. Constitution, it does give you a bonus during the initiation phase. You'll get a 6th order tile. Okay, so that means during the final phase, you can keep 1 extra if you want, so you can keep 6, or you can draw up to 6, so it gives you that bonus. Anyways, I hope this taught you the new equipment and how to read that iconography correctly. I'll see you guys for Scenario 5.